Hello everybody, this is Teacher Agnes and Teacher Winnie, and we are making a presentation on creative writing. Creative writing is also known as imaginative writing. Some people call it essay writing, but it can also be called composition writing. They all mean the same. So when it comes, they're talking about creative writing. Creative writing involves thinking out an original story and telling it in the best way you can. There are several things or details that we will look at later to help us know how you can make your composition interesting. Today, we want to look at creative writing in general. There are many types of compositions, but the most common are narratives, where you just tell your story in any way that you want. Then there is what we call descriptive writing. This one emphasizes description. You make the reader use the five senses. They should hear, they should see, they should touch, and all those things. Make sure this can be kind of felt in what you are describing. Argumentative is just like in a debate. You try to win somebody over such that they can believe what you believe. Make them do or accept things the way you see them. Then discursive, here there is some bit of analysis. You look at something, analyze it, and put in your view or your contribution, and let's see it. And then finally, expository essays. These are majorly factual, and they're used when you're talking about scientific things that are real. You can't change them. You're giving a fact. So you just tell us what the fact is, and we'll take it as it is.
Where do these stories come from? We've heard that we are looking at descriptive writing, but where do we get our stories? First and foremost, we get our stories from experiences, our own experiences, what we go through. For example, you may have got an accident, or you may have fallen sick, or you may have attended a burial ceremony, and you want to write about that. So you can come up with a story about your own experience. Then we have events that happen around us. We know that we attend different functions, we go to different places. Now it's COVID time. People are going to hospitals, there are bills, huge bills in hospitals. Some can't even pay them. You can come up with a story about that. You can talk about the barriers that you've attended, the scientific barriers. You can come up with a story about a party that you have ever attended. We can also get stories from songs and recitations we hear. Every song we hear, every song we listen to has a message. So when we listen to these songs, we can be able to get stories from them. So you compose your story from a song that you have listened to. We have also poems, prose and poems, pieces that we read. We can learn from those poems. We can create stories from the prose pieces that we come across. We have novels, the prose pieces that we read, like novels, newspapers, textbooks. All these ones can help us create stories. And most importantly, we have imaginations. You think about a story and write it out to appear real. There are some people who are good at imaginations. You read a story, it's all set up, and you may think that it really happened.
Okay, after you've created your story, now you have to think about the narrator. A narrator is the voice that you're going to choose to help you tell your story. Narrators come in three types. There is the first person narrator, there is the second person narrator, and the third person narrator. First person narrator is someone telling you his or her story. So you will use the word I saw this, I did this, and so on and so forth. Then second person narrator is you being told how you should do something. Third person narrator is more like a camera recording events. They see everything, but they're not part of it. So they just push everything and dump it there for you to see and analyze. In the singular, first person is I, and in plural, it is we. For second person, it's you for both singular and plural. Then third person, we may have she, he, and it in the singular, and then they, them, and their in